All right.
Set. Go.
Hi, I'm Jules. I'm a junior. I've modded HVZ before. I've modded CTF. I've modded DAG. I modded most of those simultaneously. I've this semester played every game we have. I love you, Spivey. I'm running because I want to run a kick-ass HVZ game that's hopefully going to be a lot of fun for everyone. I don't have a speech. Questions?
You say you modded DAG. What exactly did you do?
You know what? The DAG admin at the time never really told me to do anything, so I never did anything. I carried a bag.
Sounds alright.
Bambi?
Are you pro-human or pro-zombie?
I am incredibly pro-human, but I've already got in mind a few pro-zombie people to try and get on my mod staff to balance me out. Next. Garrett?
Last admin sucked. How are you going to do better?
Well, in Peter's game, I was a better mod than him, so I'm pretty sure I can be a better admin than him.
Who is this Peter everyone keeps speaking of?
Peter Nordell has a ponytail, kind of abusive, hits me a lot.
And he's not me.
He's very not Wilson.
Peter, where's your 4 chin hairs?
Next.
How many mods will you have?
What?
How many mods will you have?
I'm thinking probably 5 or less. Spivey?
Did you see any major flaws with this semester's game, and how would you fix them?
Lot of ammunition.
I'm thinking for the most part, I think a lot of people had a lot of fun with the game. There were some things done, especially on the zombie end, which I wish I'd gotten to see a little bit more of. But it looked like there were some zombie things in place that made it more fun for them. Perhaps the one thing I would do is that some of the missions at times, at least on the human end, were a little bit predictable. So we could kind of get a shadow of what we thought was going to come next. Hopefully try and keep humans and zombies a little more on their feet.
So the invitational director of this game, Evan Nunn, okayed airsoft to be a legal use of weapons. How do you feel about airsoft in your game?
Definitely no airsoft in my game. Okay. However, I've said this publicly last Friday, and I'm going to say it now, and this is the one thing I'll stand for. It's that if I'm elected admin of HVC, we will make Michael Spivey a throwable weapon for this game and game alone with one clause. If you're throwing him, it can be one person, it can be 5 people, I don't care. But you have to get him. I know her out there. But if you're going to throw Michael Spivey, he has to get 5 feet higher than where he started before he's considered the weapon. So you actually have to throw him 5 feet. If you throw him from right here, he's got to be 5 feet above your shoulder before he can start killing Zams.
Do you have an idea of who you want to run the invitational?
Yes, I do. I've been talking a lot with Dan Smith. He has some interesting ideas, which no one's ever seen or heard of before, and a bit of it sounds kind of just half-cocked and like he's just screwing around, but he's actually got some pretty good ideas, and I think if he can actually put a whole game together, I think it'd be a lot of fun. For the 3rd time now.
So since you've made him a throwable melee, how will you do with the university getting mad with him having 2 shattered ankles, since they're already very weak and brittle?
It's going to happen anyway. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're already
those little baby
they're gone.
I mean, if I let him sit in a corner for a week, somehow during that week, his ankles would break.
Probably. Just ankles.
Yeah, babe.
How do you plan to, okay, wrong way, flip that around. What do you expect your budget to be in relation to previous HVZ games?
Budget?
If you've thought that far.
I mean, not really. Looking at the game, at least from the little bit of idea I have for it so far, I don't think I'm going to have a ton of big, elaborate props. So I don't think I'm actually going to need or use a lot of money. If anything, the biggest thing that's probably going to suck budget is I'm going to try really hard to advertise as much as possible. Hang on one second. I'm cold as hell.
How is it going?
I don't know. I'm really cold right now, okay? So I'm putting my jacket on.
Is
that allowed?
Yeah, I am right under this vent. Yeah, Nick.
How are you advertising?
Am I advertising? Well, as you know, you just shot a promo video for fun the other day. I'm gonna try and use promotional videos, the old flyers and handout routines. Hopefully going to do those earlier in the year, like the moment we get back, start blasting people, hopefully. Maybe have, before the game starts, have some videos out there. The main thing I want to try and do with this game that we've tried in the past and we've tried it as an organization, but we never put enough effort into is being inclusive. Like it or not, we're one of the nerd clubs. And I'd really love it if we went from being the, oh, that's the game that the nerds play with Nerf guns, and we become that, hey, like, that's that game that I thought all the nerds did. But look, there's like the pumpkin spice latte basic white girl sorority running over there. Oh, and like, wait, isn't that guy quarterback on the football team? Oh yeah, he's playing HVC too. I just want to get at least a little bit of chunk of everyone playing the game. Bambi.
And how do you plan to do that?
By when we do advertising and when we do promo videos and things like that, or if we have people handing things out, don't just have like the guy in like all army gear, like with 12 Nerf guns on him handing out things being like, yeah, the game's totally extreme, like, Call of Duty. Like, get like the cute little sorority girl out there that's like, yeah, like I did this last semester, it was a lot of fun. Or like, I don't remember his name, but the baseball dude that murders people and capture the flag. Have him talk to people. Have him talk to, I don't know, the friends at the gym that he gets swole with. I don't know. Spike.
Yes, you have that.
How are you going to convince those people to do this advertising for you? I mean, do you have people in mind already in different groups? Or?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Like it or not, I know more than just UGL people.
I don't like that, no.
I have an outside life too. It's a very small life, but it is a life.
Because I mean, in this game this semester, we had those people sign up. I personally myself registered a football player.
Nice.
But he never actually showed up to anything at that time. So that presents a problem as well. Have you thought about that? Do you have a plan? Do you have...
I mean, like it or not, as much as we try and get people, like, we always want to have that, like, 200, 250 player game. Like, we want to keep pushing bigger and bigger numbers. But at least what I want to try and do is, it's not about how big of a number you hit, it's how many people are actually active players. Because usually the number of active players is, I want to say maybe half at best. And that's at best. Let's make that percentage a little bit higher. You've only asked, you haven't asked many questions, right?
So you're talking about trying to get people to sign up, and that would increase our number, but how do we increase the ratio of active players to the number of players?
I'm working on that. Good thing I've got like 3 months. Next, Bambi.
Do you believe that living off campus will affect your ability to be an effective admin?
I live 2 blocks off campus, so no.
Yeah, it's not.
And I have a bike, and a car, and I can run. Steve.
I know with this game, with my sisters, both of them being in sororities, and I had a bunch of sorority girls asking about the HVC game, and them bringing up me the March 2014 one, Peter's game, asking if that was the correct date. So if you're going to flyer, will you be taking off last game's flyers then, so people aren't confused?
Do we still have flyers?
Yes, there are still Peter's ones existing. I've
Then
taken
yeah,
many photos of them.
Then yeah, if I see one of those, I'll rip it down.
Okay, good.
Some as coasters.
Or just add a year on it, on the new ones.
I'll just take a Sharpie to every single one of them. No, I'll have my mods do that. Why would I do that? Paul.
What date are you looking into having the game?
I'm thinking probably early March, maybe mid-March. The big thing is going to be just, it seems like every time I've played a spring game, the weather's super crappy. So let's have a spring game that's at a reasonable date, but also, like, we don't have to delay the final night by a day because it's -10 that night. True story. Did you have a...
Yeah, did you have a mod staff in mind? For any?
I have 2 people right now, and I'm still working on it.
Who are those 2 people?
I have Mr. Nick Andrews, and I have Ray over there. I'll also, I've talked a little bit with Andrew DeFries, and I've asked him, not maybe as a mod, but more as just an advisor role of, hey, I'm stupid and don't know what I'm doing, help me, DeFries. Save me, senpai, and hopefully that'll work.
We'll send some glitter your way.
I noticed you're getting colder and colder. Is that because you're a cold-blooded reptilian shapeshifter?
That's your time.
So he
You
doesn't.
can't answer that.
Thank
You can't lie, that's a part of his alien race, they have to tell the truth.
That was incredibly convenient.